hopefully one of the last things, but I forgot to mention the video. I do have a blog post that's a pretty hefty, long blog post that I'm hoping I get up in time in the video. If it's up, I'll link it below. I'm not sure, it's really long. Because I started typing this blog post up, oh man, probably like a year ago, I started typing it up. Basically when Josh and I first started the conversation about kids is when I started typing it. So it's very long and I want to reread it and get it organized and add to it. It's very in-depth. It's so in-depth to the point where like, we're talking about how the reactions went when we told everyone. So yeah, hopefully if that's up, I'll link it below. Otherwise, just follow me on my social media. And once it's up, I'm definitely gonna probably advertise it or talk about it in stories. So yeah, I forgot to mention that in the video, that hopefully I'll have that blog post up, but just wanted to throw that in there. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you follow Josh and I on social media, you can probably tell from the thumbnail of this video, I am pregnant.
I'm editing our pregnancy announcement video. Essentially, it's like a 21-week update / pregnancy announcement. And the beginning of the video, I look cranky. It was later in the day when we were filming this. I was starting to get tired. I am happy about this. I just look really cranky in the video, but I'm happy. I was just like, it was later in the day when we were filming. I was getting hungry. I was kind of forgetting what we were going to talk about, even though we had notes right in front of us. But yeah, it was just getting later in the day and I was getting tired, but we needed to get this video filmed and up, so that this was like one of those just power through it, Brittany. We need to get this filmed, edited, and up right away, so we have to film it today. But yes, I am happy. I just look a little cranky in the video, but it'll change once it gets further along in the video.
I think I'm 21 weeks pregnant right now. When we're filming this, we found out I was pregnant in, I think it was middle of July, right?
Beginning of July.
Beginning of July. So we started trying in June and then found out I was pregnant early July is when I took the pregnancy test. We were going to do our honeymoon, which we purposely put our honeymoon off for a few years to pay our loans and everything, but then because of COVID, that got canceled. All the flights and everything were closed. So then that's when we were discussing, I think this was in May is when we found all this out. So then we were discussing on maybe we should just try for a kid. So we did, and yeah. It was not like a long carried out trying for years and years or anything. It happened a lot faster than I was expecting. So there wasn't really any symptoms before I took the pregnancy test. Really, the only real indicator that I figured I was pregnant is just a missed period. That's really about it. I know early on, like way early on, like a week after we first like tried to have a kid, my boobs were hurting, but it only lasted about a week and then it went away. And it was so early on that I guess it was just kind of like in 1 year out the other. I didn't even really think about it. And then that's when 2-3 more weeks went by, and then that's when I had the missed period and I took a couple pregnancy tests, and then that's when it all started. Some symptoms that I'm having right off the bat, I'm really been blessed with, I really haven't had a lot of symptoms.
None of the normal ones you think of,
well,
like morning
yeah.
sickness or...
Yeah, like the
that.
obvious ones, yeah. Also, a lot of my symptoms, a lot of the stuff I'm about to rattle off are things that I've already done before being pregnant. So for example, I have like the bladder of a bird. So I have been peeing a lot. But I already was peeing a lot always before I was pregnant. It's just like a little more often. When I go and work out or go on a run, I go to the bathroom and then I step outside, and probably 10 seconds later, I immediately have to go to the bathroom again. it's just becoming like even worse than it was before. So it's mostly really bad while I'm working out, and then it's mostly bad at night, unfortunately, which is why I haven't really been getting a lot of sleep. Early on, I know my doctor said constipation is pretty common. I only had one really bad case of that when we were on vacation visiting our families in Wisconsin. I literally did not poop for a week and a half, close to 2 weeks. Because of that, I'll get into that later. I started like eating more fiber and everything. Oh yeah. And then I'm looking down at our notes right now, if you're wondering why I'm not looking at the camera a ton. There was a few times in the first trimester where I had really bad migraines. One of them was really bad. It lasted 3 days straight. And I've never gotten migraines before, so it was a whole new realm for me. I remember I took some ibuprofen, and usually when I get headaches, I usually just like need to lay down for a little bit or eat something and then it goes away. I really have never gotten migraines, but I took some ibuprofen, or acetaminophen. I know there's gonna be someone in the comments that's like, you know what I mean? But yeah, I took some acetaminophen and then it didn't help. And then I remember it carried into the next day. Josh is like, did the medicine help from yesterday? And I'm like, no. And he's like, that means it's a migraine. I'm like, no, that's impossible. I don't get migraines. And then it carried into a third day. And then that's when I started doing the usual, when you get a migraine, you typically...
Ice pack, lay down in the dark, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, like the stuff you find online on a quick search. And that actually ended up helping. So I did get 2 other small migraines after that where the acetaminophen didn't help. And I just did what you just said, the ice pack and lay in bed with no light or anything, and they ended up going away. But I haven't had any migraines for a while now, so I think I'm through that stage. That was happening probably around, I don't know, 14 or 16 weeks that was probably happening. And then I have had the occasional just feeling sleepy and exhausted. I don't think it's too bad. Compared to some people, I really don't think it's been that bad. The most annoying thing about pregnancy, I think for me, symptom-wise, is probably, it's hard to plan out your day or week because you don't know when those days are going to happen. So it's really hard. Like typically how I operate is I plan each day, like every night I'll plan the following day or the whole week out, like when I'm gonna film and edit and stuff like that, or work out, like I'm gonna work out at 4, but you don't know when those sleepy days are going to happen or when you're gonna feel tired. So then sometimes it doesn't happen. It's just really annoying because I'm someone that's really routine and like to plan everything out. I think those maybe have gotten a little bit better. I don't really know, but those are really just some of the big ones. Oh yeah, sorry. I forgot one. So I have another one along with the peeing a lot. So growing up, I've always had really bad heartburn. So bad to the point where I feel like I'm gonna throw up. But now this heartburn being pregnant, I notice it happens a lot easier. Usually I can finish our dinner, but now it's like I take 3 bites of dinner and I feel like I'm getting heartburn. So heartburn has been a lot worse.
Usually happens if you overeat or like have something really carbonated.
Yep.
So we've switched from drinking like carbonated flavored water to doing a lot more Powerade Zeros.
I'm at the gym right now. I just got done filming our pregnancy announcement video, Josh and I, and I'm thinking back on it, and I really don't want it to come across like, oh my god, I've had such an easy pregnancy, because I have always thought, as long as I can remember, even back when I was in middle school, you know, you're with your friends and you're thinking about like getting married and like having kids and everything and being pregnant and labor. I always thought that if I ever got pregnant, it would be like the worst thing, like pain-wise. I always went in full intentions thinking I'm gonna have the worst morning sickness. I'm gonna be throwing up, you know, through all 3 trimesters, because I know that does happen to some people. I just don't want it to come across as like ungrateful, like I've had this easy breezy pregnancy. I thought by now I would be huge at this point, and right now you can't even really tell that I'm pregnant. It just looks like I gained 10 pounds is really what, like, there's not like the shape of a bump really. It just looks like I got chubby essentially. But yeah, I want to throw this in because I just really hope it doesn't come across like I'm ungrateful for this. Like, I've just been lucky that I've had no symptoms and all that. Like, I thought for sure if ever I got pregnant, it would be like the worst possible pregnancy symptoms and everything. Just always in pain, always throwing up. Everything would turn me off. I wouldn't be able to eat or drink anything. Like, I just thought it would be the worst. So I'm just in the gym and I was just thinking about it. So I just wanted to throw this in there. Trust me when I say I'm completely blessed, grateful, happy. I'm not taking for granted anything. And like I said in the video, when 30 weeks rolls around, Raw Beauty Christie said when she was around 30 weeks pregnant, everything changed. So I'm still kind of mentally prepared for it to maybe potentially go downhill from there. So yeah, just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video other than that.
I think a lot of our original doctor's visit was talking around nutrition and what to change, and her general counsel was not to change much because we were already eating pretty healthy. Mm-hmm. The one big change I think for you was you normally were doing a 24 to 36 hour fast once a week.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That she said
I forgot I did those because it's been 2 or 3 months.
That she said to cut out. But other than that, it was, eat healthy fats and oils, avocados, nuts, olive oil, that sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. And eat a bunch of veggies. So Brittany's been eating more spinach smoothies and stuff like that, which we think's probably helped with the constipation. Constipation was also happening when we were eating out a lot because we were visiting family. So I'm sure the like I said, greasy Midwest food didn't help.
Like I said, that constipation was only that one time because I was incorporating the spinach.
And then she said the one food to maybe stay away from is deli meats if you're eating them cold. A lot of people eat cold cuts, but if you ate them on a panini or something, it'd be fine.
Well, she said you could warm them up, right?
Yeah, if you ate it on a panini, it'd be a warmed up sandwich.
That's what you meant.
But overall, it's just sort of high protein, high veggies.
Which is what we were already...
Low sugar and carbs we were already doing. So that's why she said you don't really need to change much.
And then the obvious no alcohol, obvious stuff.
Yeah. From that first visit, it was a lot of stuff that we were already doing. That just kind of helped us to... reaffirm what we were thinking.
Mm-hmm. And you wanted me to go here now?
Yeah, go ahead and start with that.
Oh yeah, and at that same visit... when we were talking about food and we got into exercising a little bit too. Basically the gist of what I learned, which is what I suspected going to this doctor's appointment, is a lot of pregnancy is basically just read your body, and
everyone's different.
Yeah,
it's just kind
of I even was telling Josh on the car ride there, I'm like, I bet she's gonna say this and I'm gonna hate that answer because I need a yes or no answer, not this wishy-washy.
It depends.
Yeah, it depends on the person. Yeah. And then the second part to that is if there is a problem, so for example the migraines, there's not much you can do. You just kind of have to
wait it out.
Yeah. Yep. Wait it out. Work through it. Because there's so many medications and that you can't take or anything. So it's just a lot of wait it out.
Rest and grind through it. But you asked her a lot too on what type of exercising to do.
Yep, yeah. So at the time before pregnancy, we were probably working out 4 or 5 days a week. I was really bummed because I finally worked up because we just moved here, so I was trying to adjust to working out, running in the heat. So I finally got up to running 6 miles and I was so happy, and I found out I was pregnant, and then I went on one 6 mile run and I was struggling through it. So basically what she said, I know there's some people that say like, oh, you need to rest a lot while you work out.
In the past, a lot of the doctors' recommendations were, if you're pregnant, you shouldn't exercise, you should stay off your feet, you should lay down. But she said a lot of that's been thrown out recently, and more working out's healthy to do, and like just kind of keep it up. It's good for the baby.
Yeah.
Which is complete opposite than it was 50 years ago.
Yeah. I've always said, even before I was pregnant and I was younger, like if I get pregnant, I'm definitely going to work out through it. There is no way I'm just going to sit around and just pile on the pounds. That's not how I operate. But yeah, she basically said working out is extremely healthy for not only you, but the baby. But yeah, I just want to lay this out. Josh and I are just following what the doctor said. I know how these baby pregnancy announcement videos go. I watch enough YouTube videos. You're always going to get the, gross mommy shamers in the comments. We're just following what our doctor said. I don't want any advice or anything in the comments. So basically, kind of going on to the question that I was bringing up before, she said don't overwork out. So like, obviously, back to what I was saying, read your body.
Yeah, so if you were a couch potato, now's not the time to go start running a half mile.
Yeah.
Start running miles, or to start bodybuilding when you so like not to switch, but if you were doing it beforehand, it's good to do it now.
The example she even said was, if you're running 10 miles, like go ahead and continue to do that.
Yeah.
Just like, obviously if you feel something wrong or pain, stop. She said if you're working out a lot right now, just like keep going if you feel good.
So what have you been doing?
So like I said, I finally worked up to running up to 6 miles in like 90-degree weather, and it was funny. I got up there and I found I was pregnant, and I went on a 6-mile run because like she said you can just keep doing what you're doing, and I was struggle busing that entire way. I had to pee, but I didn't have a mask on, so I couldn't go into the gas station. Now I run about 3 or 4 miles, I think I wrote it down.
3 or 4 times a week?
Yeah, 3 to 4 times a week. The most difficult part is, just like I've been saying, I've been having to pee so often, it's really hard to like get a good workout in. So I've been having to change my running route. So basically I just like run around our apartment over and over.
So you're always near a bathroom.
So I'm always by a bathroom.
You have to dip out.
Yeah.
And then you've been weightlifting too.
Yeah, I've been just you've been pushing me to do the weightlifting because I don't like weightlifting. So.
Well, I've been doing it and you've been tacking on.
Yeah. So we do that about, I do
it 4 times a week. And sometimes you come every time, and sometimes you come 2 or 3 times during the week.
Yeah.
More often you're doing 3 or 4 though.
Yeah, so basically running about 3 miles 3 to 4 times a week, and then doing some sort of lifting, legs, arms, abs, something like that, 3 times a week. Kind of how I envisioned this is, before being pregnant, I was trying to do like really hard workouts, like run 6 miles, do like an hour or 2 long like leg lift workout 4 or 5 days a week. But
now you've been doing probably like 60 to 80% of the effort, but doing it 7 days a week instead.
Yeah, so
kind of like toned down how hard you're
toned
going.
it down. So I was running 6 miles, now I'm running around 3 or 4, but I'm doing that more often. So I'm like, I'm going to tone down the workouts, but I'm going to spread them over the course of every day. So my goal has been working out about, honestly, every day, because the doctor said it's healthy. So that was my thought. The thing I wanted to throw in, sorry. I think my mind is just racing right now because I'm really nervous to post up this video. I know how pregnancy videos go on YouTube, and a lot of the times you get a lot of mommy shamers in the comments, and I just, Anyway, about the exercise thing, how I have been working out 7 days a week. Obviously there's like caveats to that. I know that there's some people where their doctor is like, no, you can't work out. Obviously, like if your doctor says don't work out, don't work out. Just, I've been feeling good working out, and knock on wood, I haven't had any like pregnancy pain or like I feel good. Like I can keep working out at the level that I am. But like I said, like there's obviously caveats to that. Read your body, talk to your doctor. If there's obvious pain or something and your doctor's like, no, you gotta stop working out, stop working out. So just another thing, sorry, I'm on the stair stepper, so I'm like, Rhea. Obviously, like if that happens, like listen to your doctor.
Yeah, so a lot of this first visit was like nutrition, exercise. We also talked about vitamins, and Brittany was already taking a prenatal multivitamin, so just keep that up. And the only thing she told us to take off was the vitamin C. So we dropped that, and we added fish oil.
Yep.
But that was most of the first visit. And then we also got the ultrasound in the first visit. And one thing that surprised us was how formed it was that early on. When we went there when it was about 12 weeks.
Yep.
And basically the doctor said everything about the baby is formed right now and it just needs to get bigger. You have fingers, toes.
And I wasn't
heartbeat,
expecting
all
to
that.
see fingers and toes. That's why I was so shocked.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not even like, or I guess I was technically a full month pregnant, 12 weeks.
You were 3 months pregnant.
It's
Your
crazy
first
how
trimester,
fast
essentially.
the first trimester,
Yeah.
like you basically don't even know you're pregnant the first
5-6 weeks.
Yeah, trimester.
We actually already had our second visit already. And
Yeah.
it
That was
was
at,
still too early,
how many weeks was the second?
16.
Okay.
So it was 4 weeks after the first one. And we still didn't know, still too early to know the gender. We won't know that till the next appointment. But one thing we learned in that one was that the placenta is formed on the front of Brittany's stomach. And one thing she let us know was, because she figured we might be looking it up or anything like that, which we really haven't, but she was worried that we'd see it, is that a lot of times you'll feel kicks, she said, in like 17, 18 weeks. But she said where your placenta is, you probably won't feel it till later on, more like 22, 24, 25 weeks.
Yeah.
Because if to feel a kick, it's got to kick through the placenta too, on the front of the stomach.
I mean, honestly, the baby could have kicked, but I don't know if this is a question I have for the doctor for the next appointment. Having a hard time distinguishing what's like the difference between just like a heartburn. I don't know how to describe it. Like,
Or like lower abdomen, like cramps. And
cramps or like
the
sometimes
baby
when you
moving
feel
around.
heartburn, like bubbling, you know? But she said that baby kicks also feel like bubbles.
Yeah, like a fluttering.
Yeah, so I'm just like, maybe it's kicking and I'm just mistaking it for heartburn. I don't know. Because I've been getting heartburn so easily.
Since we don't know the gender yet, we haven't really spent a lot of time thinking about names at all.
Yeah.
Figure why try to come up with 2 different sets of names, and let's just wait till we know the gender and then figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll have some sort of reveal once we have the gender. We'll come up with some sort of like online reveal
Yeah.
for people. But we still have some open questions that we'll ask on the next visit, or like stuff that we still have to figure out.
Yeah. I know at this next visit, I feel like I don't have a ton of questions. I can only think of a couple, but I said that I was 21 weeks pregnant right now when I'm filming this. I watched a couple other YouTube videos, like I know Raw Beauty Christy is pregnant right now, and she said that when she hit the 30-week marks of being pregnant, all of her symptoms and how she felt was completely different. So I'm just like mentally prepared for all this to feel completely, because I know I've had
the
it.
third trimester to go down.
Yeah, because I know I've had it really easy right now. Like like I was telling you, I really don't feel really pregnant right now. I'm not even showing that much.
Waiting for the shoe to drop.
Yeah, I am. I'm like on my toes the whole time.
The thing that we still haven't done yet
Yeah.
is going on like a hospital tour.
Oh yeah,
We know
Yep.
which hospital we're going to because that's the only one that our OB delivers at.
Yeah.
But we still have like a tour of it. But with COVID, we're probably not going to have like a real tour of it. It's probably be something virtual.
Yeah. To be fair, we did ask to do this. We asked about it at the 16 week. So we didn't forget about it. We asked about it, but she said, honestly, just wait till the end. like
Yeah.
almost right before you're gonna give birth.
'Cause you'll forget everything.
Yeah, you're gonna forget all the classes.
She
You're gonna
said the
forget
same-
how the hospital looks.
She said the same thing about like birthing classes or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like just wait until you're more like 30, 35 weeks and then do
Yeah.
that sort of stuff because otherwise you'll just forget what they told you anyway.
Books and research, stuff like that, kind of like I mentioned. I'm not doing any research. I know how I am. I am 100% one of those people where if I'm like sick, let's say I just have an ear infection, I'm someone that will look it up and then find all of this bad stuff, and then I'll just fall down the rabbit hole and think the absolute worst. It's like ear cancer or something like that. That's just how I operate. So I'm doing zero research. I'm strictly going off of what the doctor says and just like how I'm feeling. It's been a really stress-free pregnancy because of it, I think. Books, it sounds really bad. I don't even want to. I don't really plan on reading any books. At least none that I have in mind. And then just a few more quick ones. Baby moon. I figured we'd probably want a baby moon at some point later on. I haven't really thought about it. I just thought it would be nice to go somewhere.
It's no more than an idea right now.
Yeah.
There's been no planning.
Yeah. And then baby shower. We decided that we're going to do the baby shower after the baby is born because we are going to travel to Wisconsin. That's where both our families are from. And the baby's due March 20th. I think I forgot to say that. The baby's due March 20th, which is like in Wisconsin, super snowy and everything. Yeah, we're going to just have it after. It just works better in our life. And we can have it outside and
And family will be able to see the baby
the baby.
rather
Yeah.
than having to travel to Texas to
And we don't
see
have
it.
to worry about weather
Yeah.
either. So we're gonna have it maybe May or June, so the baby will be like a month or two old. And then maternity clothes. My birthday is actually this month in November, so I actually got a lot of maternity clothes for my birthday. I don't think I need to buy anything crazy right now. I talked to some people, and a lot of people said they just wore oversized sweaters, or they ended up buying a couple pairs of maternity leggings at the way end of their pregnancy. So I'm kind of trying to do that. I don't know. I understand why it's annoying playing the maternity clothes game. Like, should I buy some now? But then you're just stuck with maternity clothes. After you give birth, you're just stuck with piles of maternity clothes. So I don't know, I'm trying to wait it out a little bit, but I got a bunch for my birthday. I think that's really about it for this first trimester. We're like towards the end of the second trimester, right?
Middle.
Or middle of the second trimester?
You just pushed
Yeah.
over halfway through your pregnancy, so
Oh, okay.
downhill from here. But
Yeah.
overall, we're excited, and
Yeah.
I'm sure Brittany will have an update coming up in the next few months.
Yeah, I wanted to do another video around 30 weeks. And then another one maybe around like 38 or something was the plan. But yeah, pretty smooth first, second trimester. Like I said, I haven't really felt super pregnant, not really showing a ton. Yeah, I just wanted to record this so then Josh and I can look back at this in the future and like maybe future kids and everything. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll have all of our socials linked in the description box as usual. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.